Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule of Waves 2 as Austria-Hungary. I think this is episode number 61, but we're over 60, whatever the case is. That's a lot. We have a Snell design which is coming up. She's due for another, well, a second look. People were asking why I didn't put the double guns on her. We didn't have the double guns on her design inspiration, which was the Lucina. However, let's just take a look and see if we have... Oh, do we actually really not have dual guns? We have them. Why would you recommend me not? Huh. Okay, yeah, so we will be refitting the previous one. We'll be putting the dual guns on there. There is something to be said about putting... I want to know one thing. Can you do this? Only single turrets, okay. That's still okay if we can get the superimposed in there. There's a reason. I mean, I think there might be. There's at least a rationale. Okay, so you can do this. And why would you want to do this? Well, there is a centerline requirement. I mean, there is a centerline penalty. This would reduce our broadside by 1. However, our forward firing arc looks up to maybe like 30 degrees left or 30 degrees right. So dead on, we'd be getting a full broadside. Then we'll lose one of those two guns. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but it's just something to play around with, because if I go back and clear and let's just add what I think this thing should have, which is probably something more like this. What if we asked it to include one more torpedo? Okay, insufficient topside space can be easily resolved. Yeah, okay, so that doesn't matter. We can fit 6. That's all I need to know. So yeah, we'll be using the dual guns then for sure, or double guns, dual turrets, dual gun turrets, whatever the name is. We did no mothballing. I don't know why I didn't do that. Probably because, well, I don't know. I am sure I had some justification, which was, or maybe I didn't actually. Why am I so sure? I'm not sure actually. Frankly, I'm not sure why I did that, but I probably just got bored trying to do it. This is kind of an interesting thing. I wonder, from a gameplay mechanic standpoint, do you, the people who play Rule of Waves, do you appreciate having the ability to transition between active fleet and reserve fleet and mothball? Is that something that, like, is an interesting design decision for you, gameplay mechanic? I'm personally not sure if it is or not. Obviously, I don't see the alternative. I'm not playing the alternative. It might be a grass is always greener type situation where, yeah, it seems like it's not a good thing because there's some fairy tale fantasy version of Rule of Waves without it in my head, which plays better, but maybe that might not be reality. It's kind of how things go. Another comment was about this battleship of ours needing to be scrapped. It's, yeah. It's a tough call. I should open her for a rebuild, not the other way around. So she only has 34 space available. Apparently, I've been reading more comments. Reading some stuff on the Rule of Waves forum. There's a guy there, Christian. I'm not sure if Christian watches my series or not. It would be awesome if he did, just because he seems to be extremely knowledgeable. But then we have a lot of people on here who are extremely knowledgeable. So I'll just mention the comment I read from him, and I'll let everyone fight in the comments about whether it's true or not. I'll read those comments and then try to pick the truth out myself. He said something that surprised me, actually. First of all, I think it was one of the dev team. There's only one game developer. I don't know who has access to the code or whatever. It's written in a language which not everyone is going to be like super comfortable reading anyway. However, there is one of the guys on the design team, the NWS team, let's say. I can't remember his name though. Anyway, he said something like, I would do 1-to-1 or maybe 2-to-1 light to medium, going to 1-to-1 and that 2-to-1 light to medium in the 20s, 1-to-1 light and medium in the 30s, and then 2-to-1 in favor of medium. So 1-to-2 light to medium in the 40s and onward, which is kind of what I've been doing. I've actually been leaning even more towards medium than that. However, Christian mentioned that he thinks up until like 56 or something, there was a cutoff point, I don't remember exactly where, but there's a law of diminishing returns. He comes up with things which, like, if he doesn't know this for sure, how the hell does he pull up these numbers out of the... It just seems so convincing because it's so specific. He said something like up to like 50, you should just only get light AA. That is better than anything. And then at that point, you should do mediums only because the law of basically there's the diminishing return on investment type thing where the light AAs are modeled to kind of crowd each other out or not be as effective beyond some certain point. And this is based on, I think his justification was some simulations he ran. And he is active in the Rule the Waves Discord, so I probably should just ping him there and ask him, give me a full explanation. Okay, all this is not about that's just a general statement, because I saw these numbers and then it triggered that memory. So yeah, good old Tortuga, veteran of Rule the Waves, still has a lot to learn. I don't know. Whatever. We got to make some progress in this video. Can't just sit here and grandstand for forever. What are we going to do with these guys? I want to take a look at the possibility of scrapping them. The difficulty, though, and the reason why I think it's very difficult for us to do, is this will save us about $700 a month. If we were to design a new ship, a new battleship, let's try to make this kind of a cheaper one. I mean, I don't know if I could get away with this. Let's even take it down like a lot, down to 26. We'll make it, we'll do 27 because that's the break off point of fast, and we'll just hope it doesn't get the design flaws. We'll take it down to this. This is technically an okay, insufficient topside space. We'll take down the mediums now that we know, and hey, whatever, this is great, right? We wouldn't ever do this because 3 is not 4, and it should be, but okay, it's okay. This would be $4,000 a month. So there it is. I mean, this is just the perfect example. A cheap battleship will be $4,000 a month, which is 6 times more than the budget will save by getting rid of the 2 battleships we already have. So budget-wise, it's so inefficient. And what are we gaining? That's only for one battleship, by the way. Are 2 of these better than one of those new battleships, those new fast battleships? I would probably go for something a little bit lighter. That what I just dismissed there might not be a bad design, in fact. Keep it around 28 probably. Make sure the AA is fantastic. And then pretty much just keep the expenses low, because all it needs to do is, I mean, it'll be good enough against any other battleship in the world, in my opinion. I just don't think that there's been any challengers in this campaign. It's kind of a cool thing. I mean, the Austro-Hungarians are just, our reputation in this fictional world, I'd like to believe, is as being like the designers of some really amazing battleships. Like, we are, I don't know, I mean, I guess Great Britain and, I mean, I guess there's no real nation like that historically. You can point to almost anybody. I mean, of the 3, I would say that there's 3 contenders, right? Great Britain, United States, and Japan. Japan has the biggest, Yamato. But there's also, I mean, the Americans compete with like so many, with North Carolinas, was it the one that was right after it? The Iowa? No, I mean, the Iowa came late, but what was it, the other one? South Dakota? The North Carolinas, the South Dakotas, and the Iowas, those are all just brutal battleships to be going up against. You'd like their odds against any other battleship in the world, except for, maybe the Yamatos. And they had those diving shells, I think, right? That were specifically designed to try to penetrate the Yamato. I don't know. I hear things and I repeat them. But okay, so we've gone 10 minutes not doing anything in this, but I've had a lot of fun talking. I'm not going to scrap them. There. I've said it. We're done. Oh, we're close to mastering early surface-to-air missiles. That's great. The Navy Statistical Department has compiled a study of enemy aircraft losses during the recent war. This is really cool. Total enemy aircraft shot down were 68. Half of them were by our fighters. And basically 90% of them were shot down by aircraft. Either our fighters or our other aircraft. And honestly, it's a little crazy that... I mean, apparently what was happening is we had big groups of... And we did, right? We had big groups of dive bombers and torpedo bombers flying out. And most of the air-to-air action was them being attacked. If we sent them with escorts, this would probably be a little bit different, more skewed in favor of the fighters, I would think. But that's not the case. So there we have it. The aircraft, our torpedo bombers and everything else, but probably our torpedo bombers and dive bombers mostly, shot down 30%, 1/3 of all enemy aircraft. But almost 2/3. I mean, this is crazy that these numbers are it's like nothing. In fact, this is bizarre to me that heavy AA, probably what I would have thought as the least effective of everything, actually made it to the list at nearly 10%. Light AA, not a single airplane. That's really cool. I mean, we could talk about that statistic for another 10 minutes, but I'll try not to. All right, let's rework this now. Unfortunately, she's probably going to lose her 10% change bonus when I do this right here. Oh, she's still around. Okay, good. Let's try it. Try to keep her. No, yeah, she's gone. Not surprising. This will mean one extra gun. Oh, no. Well, we're going to have to redesign her now because I don't know how to get back. I guess I can try to wing it. Was this what it was? I think this was it. And the question is, wonder if I could just... I don't know. It was this. It was this, right? Yeah. So it was this, but what if we just do this? Okay, this was exactly 0. Yeah, which makes sense. So we did get back to the exact design. Ah, this is a bummer, huh? That means that getting the double guns, I think that they are just very expensive on destroyers. We have a 3-gun firing forward right now. We would have 4 guns firing forward at almost all angles if we do the superimposed in the front. To me, it just, I can't imagine. Okay, so let's do the math here. This is 32 total. Let's delete this and make this an increase. Yeah, see that? It goes up to 45. So we're actually better off keeping those split in the rear. Okay, well, here's a new proposal then. What if I did forward double, and then aft single. It just doesn't help that much. Oh, and part of the reason is, so it's 36, what was it, like 40 something? I forget, 40, I guess it should be 45, right? So 36 by 45, that saves us 9. And this is effectively the same. There's no reason for me not to do this. In some ways, it's actually better to have more individual turrets if they get knocked out, but I don't think that's ever going to apply to our destroyers. We do have the extra weight, though. I think we can go up to 2,000. And it just didn't help enough. We're going to have to come down on torpedoes, which is like my least favorite thing to do. Okay, we can do autoloaders. 23 goes up to 27. That is the name of the game with these, though. Like, everything. Uber all S. Anti-aircraft, Uber all S. Over everything. Has to be that. Oh, yeah. I don't know if we can make this thing. I don't know how we're going to do it. We can build 2100. What's the cutoff? I thought that the cutoff... is it just showing me that error? Oh, okay. So I can get 2100. Well, that's actually really good to know. To think that this thing is... it's just crazy. Okay, 27. What if I... Okay. Oh. Okay, 27, then we add the 5-inch guns. So let's try the two different things. I'm just going to experiment here. This is going to be like sit back, get yourself a drink. So 27 is if we have 6 guns. And it doesn't matter if they are separate double, 2 singles or 1 double. Okay, but the difference is just minor. Okay, well, anyway. That's 27 versus if we do this really bizarre single turret configuration, 25. We're only missing 2 points. And look at how much of a weight savings that is. It's just insane. Ah, man, it's really something. It's not enough weight to consider doing anything else. And it's, by the way, what the heck? What did I do differently? Okay, first of all, we can take the rounds per gun down. I'm with like 170. Auto loader, that's right. It only adds 4, but honestly, the heavy AA is almost everything I want about these. And the 4-inch auto loading lock. It's gonna help in a fight too. Oh boy, man, this is a tough decision. This is probably what we're going to end up doing. So we're going to end up changing things a little bit. We're going to get, instead of... Wait. Was it 21 before, now it's 25? Is it really worth 70 tons? My God, that's a lot. That's a lot of weight. And it's actually extremely expensive. 87 goes up to 99. Oh my gosh. It's like a 15% increase just to have autoloaders on your secondaries. My goodness. And 4 HAA. I'm not sure. Okay. If we take off the autoloaders and we go back to forward double. Okay, we're at 23. I think this is a better destroyer. It's not 25, it is 2 higher. I'll have 2 mines on it. Just because. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is definitely going to be a forward-firing vessel, though. I mean, it gets a full broadside. It has 23 versus 25. It's still expensive, though. It's still more expensive. Why? Why is this more expensive than the previous one with the double? No, that's right. This has the doubles, right? And the other one had the 5. Okay, that makes sense. So this is sensible, but still the other one was, what, like 98? So this is still about 10% cheaper. Or the other one's 10% more. Whatever way you want to look at it. It's about the same. Not exactly, but about the same to go 10% up or down. Alright, what does that leave us with? I think this is... Oh, torpedo reloads. Not enough. And honestly not worth it. Even though these would survive, I think we'd have to take... I'm just pretty sure we're not going to... Yeah, we only get 17 tons out of that next bump. Get 60. We lose 60 if we try to go down. I think this is where we're stuck. Right here. You know, we really don't lose that much with these secondaries. But that said, we do lose something. I could see this design being redone when we have auto-loading 5-inch guns for dual purpose, changing them to auto-loading dual purpose 5-inch guns and getting rid of the secondaries. So it's only going to save us 100. I hope that's enough to account for all the rest of it, but that's that, though. I think we're going to go ahead and save this design and call this a new, completely new design, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Just do it. I don't care. Eh? Oh, the mothballing. It must have been... Okay, so I'm not sure. Dang it. I didn't pay attention, but I think this is up to 3,000 for some reason. Maybe the mothballing. Sadly, I'm not exactly sure. I think we'll mothball our carriers. They're pretty heavy, so we probably won't be able to do all of them. But I like the idea of actually keeping my cruisers around. Now, I also need to do a design upgrade sweep. So if you are, let's say 6 years or more, which conveniently will be only 5 years for these, 5 years, 5, so they're only 1 year old. 1948, okay, so these actually should be redone. We'll do them first. Yeah, we have a little bit of room here, so using this new potential thing where the light AA are really useful. I'm still going to slew a little bit more towards medium, though. I'm going to go slightly more mediums than lights. But I will use lights more than I was using them. No. Guns they're going to get faster. So planes are going to get faster, and that's going to make medium AA much more important. So I think we'll do that. And... Oh my gosh, that's super expensive. We are definitely not going to put autoloaders on that. Oh my gosh, it's worth it. Are you seeing this? 81? Okay, how? How do I make that happen? I don't think it's possible. Unless I bulger, which will lose her 3 knots. Not really a... Well, it's not... I don't like it, but it's... Uh-huh. Now we're only 50 away. We could do this. We could just get rid of all of our scout aircraft. And that would allow us to... I think this is worth it. Yeah, I think I'm going to make this decision. I don't know if this will be a popular one or not. But I do like this idea. I'm just going to talk a little bit through the rationale here. I feel like our carrier scouting has done really well. And I also feel like hopefully we'll be in the Mediterranean close enough to any air bases, land air bases, which will lend us their scouting. And I haven't seen too much whether this has been impactful, because I'm kind of like going through battles too quickly, but the fact that they have to stop to recover the float planes, it's something. It happens, and it could be happening at a very inconvenient time. That's bit me in the past where they've done it right in the middle of being pursued, where obviously no sane captain would be like, slow down, the Bismarck's about to destroy us. We need to save that float plane. No, I'm sorry, float plane. You put down the water and we'll come back for you. But that's just, there's no option to relay that kind of complicated order to the game. Yeah, I think we're going to make some pretty serious adjustments to this, which is going to be a bit expensive for only 4 months though. And these things are going to remain like the creme de la creme for heavy cruisers out there. I will make this for this class, and I'll do similarly for the Farkas. I'm not sure if I'll do it for the Nikes, believe it or not. Just because I know that they're almost the same, but they're a little bit older. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Gonna do it. Let me just take a look at the Nike and see what would happen for her. How would that work? Yeah. I mean, it's the Nike in my head is a new ship, but she really isn't. She's from 1929, 1930. She's over 20 years old. Man, that's really old. Quite old. So another idea is to consider, I don't know. It's the same story, right? We'd only save like 450, about 500, just over 500. We'd save, let's call it 550 to be generous. We'll save about 550 on maintenance, and that's enough to maybe build like 80% of one new light cruiser. So, yeah. No, I mean, actually, I why did I say 80%? I think even a new heavy cruiser, we could just do it real fast. Let's just have the AI mock us up some kind of cruiser. Yeah, 2000. I was thinking, well, it should be more like 2000. I was thinking like 2000 exactly. So this is more expensive than I thought, and this would be cheaper than the one I would build. So ours would be even more expensive. So you can see that let's even if we called it 600 that we saved, would not even be. It would be like, I don't know, 20% of the cost. It just wouldn't be much. So we'll just keep twiddling our thumbs and thinking. I mean, we have the monthly balance to do it, though. We actually have the monthly balance to like just build something. So we can. Oh man, this has been a lot of talking. Technology sharing with Russia. Like what technology? What a joke. Alright, the Schnell's ready again. We'll do the usual rework just to make sure nothing's missing. I like her. I think she's good. Good enough for government work. We're going to build her. And speaking of where that 4,000 money is going to go, there it goes. I don't know if I'll build... We'll get 7 of them. Not sure how many I wanted to get there, but I think 7 is a good enough number. This may be the inspiration for me to scrap some of my older ones. Like, look, we still have the Metterniches with... They have 9 torpedo tubes. That's not bad, actually. I mean, once they have 9... But they're also 32 knots, which is pretty slow. We only have 2 of them left. Apparently they've been victims of conflict. A warrior's death. I mean, that's what the destroyers really want, I've been told. Or at least I tell myself. Yeah. Okay. Well, now we're sitting in this area where I think we're... We still have room for designing something, especially because these... I don't want to say his name, but Sarnyas Hussars are going to be done in another 3 months, and that's going to save us 2,400 more. France. Yeah, we wouldn't mind a war with France. How? Oh, Rhodes doesn't have anything. Well, I don't want to build anything yet. I mean, I'm just going to have them in reserve, wasting money. So, no, we'll leave Rhodes completely empty. I probably do need to rethink the airbase situation. I don't know why this has been such a slow episode. I've really enjoyed it, though. Okay, We have light forces and torpedo warfare breakthrough, lightweight materials for torpedo mounts. Lord have mercy. Why would you do this to me right after I got 7? Just to have fun here. Okay, that's not too bad. It'd only save us 14. Which I probably would have done something stupid like put that all into mines. So I'm not too remiss about having missed that technology. Kind of makes you think, why is that technology even in here? It just makes almost a very minor gameplay difference. Okay, the line is currently under construction with 9 16-inch guns. Apparently this is the maximum gun size that the AI builds. I did not know that. Well, it's not exactly true. They do build with bigger guns. Because I also think they've built with 18-inch guns for the super battleships. The 60,000 ton type stuff that we might see. I'm kind of surprised this is a new design. They designed it new with only 38,000 tons. I wish I could see the turret top and deck, turret top, but just assuming it's probably 5.5, maybe 6. This one actually does have catapults and aircraft. 46 medium AA guns on 30 light. That's, wow, that's got a lot of AA. And they went with the 16 5-inch dual purpose guns. Interesting. The German government is interested in buying armor. That's backwards. What the hell is German? Go back over there, Krupp. We'll let them take it. I assume I won't be going to war with Germany again. I hope not. We have no, really almost nothing we can gain. I guess there's one territory, but... Okay, we have 7 and 8-inch autoloaders. Improved air search radar. Technology's all coming together. We have a lot of monthly funds. A lot of funds and monthly balance. Really could start thinking about something. And in another 11 months, the last of the carriers will be out. I don't know why it's such a hard decision to choose whether or not to get rid of these meta niches or not. They don't really have that much ASW. Is that true though? Okay, 6 versus 7, 8, 6, 8. Wait, what? Latinos only have 8? Huh. I wish it would show you their ASW value. This one should. It should be at least 9. God. Okay, 12. That's... Oh, 10. There it is. 10. That's good. I'm glad to see the carrier's ASW value going up. That's... I don't know. In my opinion, that's true. Carrier should have a good ASW value. So we have 6 versus 10. That's not that bad. For something which is costing us next to nothing. Okay, we'll keep them. Oh, I need to do another round of aircraft, I assume. What are we missing here? Floatplane Scout. That one is worse in every way, I believe, so let's just obsolete it. We have 2 medium bombers. When I see 2 medium bombers like this that are both similar, but... Yeah, I don't know. The main thing that makes me want to do is get another one so I only have to deal with one. Hopefully it's just better than both. Let's go with speed and... Does bomb load increase the probability of them having these torpedoes or whatever it is? Because what do we have? The torpedo bomber that can carry 2 torpedo bombers? 2 torpedoes, it looks like? Huh. Speed and what else from a medium bomber? Definitely don't need range. Speed and... Toughness? Firepower. Maybe firepower. Toughness is already pretty good at 14. Reliability. It looks like reliability will be good. Let's go with firepower. Because our flying boat has firepower of 16, and our medium bomber only has firepower of 6. I don't know. It doesn't quite make sense to me. Which will just hopefully allow them to, mow down a few more of the enemy fighters. Okay, enables early SAM mounts. We've kind of been talking about, like, what might I do? Well, it should be obvious. The only thing I should have been doing is preparing for this moment when we can build our first missile. And I've never done this before. I have never used this before. This will be my for the love of. They're trying to build in Atlanta. I got it. Okay, this is just this is hideous. I'm sorry, but this is hideous. Thank you for trying, though. I appreciate the. I don't know. Do I appreciate it? It's hideous. Okay, so let's. Gosh, I want to just start from scratch. 8,000. 3, 2. Wow. Things got expensive very quickly. 2.5. We're rolling back. 2. Let's clear this. Can we? I don't think we can do triples, right? Yeah. Wait. Oh, right. Of course, we don't have dual purpose. So we'll decrease these to doubles. Auto loading versus, yeah, we still have better, yeah, so we'll probably leave these as 5-inch guns because I don't really care why is this proportions of this thing so weird. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the matter here. All right, we have 2 SAMs on this thing. That's so cool. I'm already happy. I'm happy. What? What? Okay. Do SAMs... I guess SAMs are in their own category? Right, they are. I was kind of horrified to see that nothing here was going up. 29. Okay, so these are 380. We probably can't fit more than 2 of them on there, but I'm happy to have 2. Do I want to go for 6-inch dual-purpose auto-loading guns then? Yeah, I do, because they're almost the same HAA. Electro-optical, okay, this is good. I think I like this. Do we need torpedo tubes on this? I mean, this whole design looks so wonky. 32, we can take that down. 31 is fine. We do want unit machinery. We'll take it down to 30 even for that. No, we can get 31 out of this. I'm confident we can. I'm not sure we'll get torpedo defense. This thing doesn't need to have any light or medium AA, but I will take the AA directors. One thing I'm not sure about, do AA directors, are those needed for the SAM stuff? I assume not, but maybe. I mean, I know nothing about this. We're in uncharted territory, but it's exciting. Torpedoes. Now, torpedoes are just not something this is just anecdotal data. At least in this series, but in a lot of the series that I can recall, my light cruisers are very rarely using... I mean, there are situations where the light cruisers are using torpedoes and they save the day. It can happen. But I think in general, my destroyers just do almost all the torpedo launching, and the light cruisers don't. In this series in particular, they definitely haven't, but even in the previous ones I remember, I don't think the light cruisers need the torpedoes. Even though it would be like pretty natural for them to have just any kind and then do the torpedo reloads. Maybe like a triple on each side. I think that's what was already going on. And then with torpedo reloads, it'll give them... Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I just think this looks really ugly. I want to redesign it just so it gives me a new thing, but yeah, let me actually redesign it. It'll be kind of a painful thing because I'll have to redo a lot of things, but I want to see, are they going to give me SAMs? No, I guess not. Oh my gosh, they did that same horrible thing. Yeah, okay. Well then, I'm going to go ahead and kick this up to 8,000. We might go over 8,000. Let's go down to 31. We'll just go try to get everything back to where it was. That's fine. I'm not sure about that. We'll delete all these turrets and just do some doubles with the dual purpose and auto loading. We won't do any of that. We'll take the forward center line and aft center line. Huh. Don't know what's going on with that. Okay. I think because of the way I did the guns, this aft center line superimposed, I believe, is getting a weight drop because it's aft center line superimposed. So 167 versus 157, I think. Isn't there a disadvantage to doing that, though? I can't remember. I'm going to undo it just because I'm a little leery that there's a disadvantage. But, oh, that is more expensive. 249, what was it? So it saves us 30. Okay, I'll put it there. Fine. It's just a little goofy because there's a SAM in between. Let me get rid of that and just put it somewhere else. Okay. Makes me feel more comfortable. This design also doesn't... I don't like it. Try midships though with the tubes. I think I'll keep them. I don't think I'm even going to do torpedo reloads. Just let them have... Okay, but I do need to, for my sake. Why don't we just have one smokestack? Would these have two? Can I move this SAM just a little bit? I would like to. Instead of Q, can I do, like... What does R look like? Okay, it's good enough. It's a little bit ugly, but that's fine. Okay, so there we have it. We have 95 weight remaining. Okay, we have the directors. We have our two things. We don't have enough weight for float planes, but this might be a ship which should have that. If I'm going to take it away from the heavy cruisers, that puts light cruisers like kind of firmly in this escort role, and escorts don't need to pursue, can slow down, basically. So they're kind of like okay with this. Maybe one... Yeah. It doesn't look pretty, does it? Kind of like... Can you just... Let me try L and I'll move the things back. That's fine. Oh, it's like a super long funnel. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm going to leave that. Ah, I ruined it. Of course I did. Dang it. There we go. So just one big old funnel. Yeah, okay, then the float plane launches off the bridge, which is normal, I've been told. Quite overweight. Nothing 500 extra tons can't solve. This thing is actually 2,000. Damn. Trying to figure out when we can drop down to 20 months. Okay, 20 months is not until 6,000. That dog won't hunt. So we can go up to 9,000 before we get to 22, which means we have quite a lot of weight remaining potentially. But I think we're going to keep it here. I don't think we need to make any changes, really. I think this is we're in a safe spot. This is a safe zone. 1, 2, this is good. I like it. I like everything about this. I use that phrase a little too often. Maybe I don't like everything about this. Oh my gosh, you can get so many mines. No, we need more rounds per gun. Probably, well, I mean, we do have electro-optical directors, so that's going to help us with our... but autoloaders will also go through ammunition very quickly. So we'll go to 155, which will leave us with 61 mines. It's a lot. Oh, can these guys do minesweeping? Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know why that's there. Yeah, I think we're good. We don't need the torpedoes, but they'll be there just in a pinch. That's kind of what they were always there for, was just in a pinch. Dang, unit machinery. I did forget something. Well, nothing. 200 extra tons can't help with. We're actually below 2,000, so you know that's something. Torpedo reloads are going to cost too much. I'm not going to bother with them then. I like having I was thinking about rolling back to 2 and then doing torpedo reloads, but the number here is the spread you can get, right? I'd rather have 3 torpedoes launched at once and a better spread than just 2. No, I don't want a magazine box, but I could do incline belt, which I guess is probably better. And that's torpedo defense. This is getting up there to the point where it almost makes sense to do torpedoes. I mean torpedo protection. But I think that they're not there yet. Yeah, I think I'm okay with not having torpedo protection on them. They can probably still take a torpedo and survive. Maybe. But maybe not. And, they're very rarely going to be taking torpedoes. They really are only going to be taking torpedoes if they get caught against destroyers. Because they're not often going to be the target of a torpedo bomber, and if they are, I kind of welcome it. It's better than it being something which hits my battleship or my carrier. Okay, so we have 15 tons available, which I could pour into the mines, but I guess I'll put it there. Okay, 72 is actually the max you can put on, apparently. I'd rather do this then. Get extra rounds per gun. That's a lot of rounds. But hey, autoloaders, again, we can just really let rip. Okay, let's save it here. This has been a lot of design talk, a lot of tech talk, a lot of game theory talk, but not a whole lot of progress made. I'm aware, and hopefully I'll do better in the next episode. Yeah. But now, like I said, this is just not something I'm really very familiar with, any of the SAMs. So those of you who are, feel free to extend your criticism. Your critiquing, let's provide some critical but pleasant feedback, and I will try to adopt it. But yeah, for that, oh, wait. Okay. Dang it, I was just about to wrap this thing up too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How come I can get 6 on a destroyer, but I can only get 6 on a cruiser? Something doesn't make sense. I don't know this. I would love to know this, but I don't. What are the effects of putting these things on the sides of the... I think I'm going to try this. For medium and heavy SAM must be centerline. Okay, I get it. And it's a medium. Well, let me just close it, and I will design it next time. You know what it looks like. We'll just do the design and the completion next time. So I won't be able to do a full design cycle. I'll just wait for your input. So until then, till the next one, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.